Greetings and salutations. It's your boy D.Boom for LLE.Ascension, aka LLE Astrology, aka LLE Tarot. We back. And just gonna knock out some brisk karmic messages. It's Wild Out Wednesday. That means we do karmic readings today. Been chilling all day today. Just waiting on the perfect time to present the energies. So I think right now would be the best time. So we're gonna kick it off with Divine Feminine's karmic situation first. So once again, the way karmic situations work here at LLE Ascension, like I say, um, Ace to tens are karmic cycles. You know, it just goes around and around and around. The average person goes through these cycles. You know, then you got the knights, queens, kings, and things. That's divine realms or divine cycles. So the way divines move, we do shit in the world, Ace to 10, and we do shit in Zion, Knight the King. Zion is the fourth, fifth dimension, which is infinite. Infinite dimension, laws, different laws apply, divine laws apply, divine accountability applies, thus divine karma is present on your earth because we live on earth. It's our temporary space and time. Like third dimension is the world that we actually living in. Even though we come from the real world, we're still in this matrix. And in this matrix, not only do we have accountability, divines do. Accountability in the world, in the regular day-to-day that we do, same shit that karmics do, we do. You know what I mean? You differentiate yourself from karmic to divine. And all divine is just being illuminated. You know what I mean? That's having God in you. You know. So 28% of the world is divine, 70% of the world is karmics, and then you got the 1-2%ers. The difference between a karmic and a divine is that divines move differently. We move in an infinity. Karmics move in a circle. And we just got different roles. What is the Queen of Wands? That's the divine feminine. What is the King of Wands? That's the divine masculine. You're divine, you're a divine king or queen through your actions, not your pentacles. So head, shoulders, knees, and toes rent, and then we will begin. Head, that's swords. That's thoughts, decisions, mentality, ideology. That's your mental health, your mental state, mental capacity, just your mentality in general. Thoughts and decisions. Those are swords, aka spades. Then we got cups, aka hearts. That's feelings and emotions. All cups are just feelings and emotions. Feelings and emotions are just indicators of where you're going mentally. Your heart and mind must be aligned. Before you come up with any decision, you're going to have to feel something about it. Ain't one thing just having something in mind. You're going to have to put some passion with that to really get to the whole full manifestation. Then you got wands. What are wands? Things you're doing, things you've done, not things you finna do because you ain't did it yet. Actions and behaviors. That's all wands, aka clubs are. Who's the king of wands? Divine masculine. Feminine rules the heart and mind department. Masculine handles the actions, behavior, and pentacles. Pentacles are manifestations, things you can taste, touch, see, feel, and hear. Persons, places, and things. And all pentacles expire. So, let's kick this reading off. Feminine. In your karmic situation, we got the overall energy, which is fairly important. Bottom line energy, which is very important. The top row is your direct energy or conscious energy. Bottom line row is your karma. Seven of Cups, the first card in this message. That's the Pimp Cup Chronicles. There's something inside of you that needs to come out, and you need to give this to the world. Four of Cups is the world. Temporary space and time, the matrix, the world, and what we living in. And then we got Three of Cups here. Three of Cups, all about third parties, distractions, and or people who revolve around you. The way moons revolve around a planet, or the way planets revolve around the sun. This could be your families, this could be your friends, this could be your neighbors, this could be your community. So that like this is your community and like this is the world. So what you need to do is bring something out of yourself because the world needs it, the community needs it, the children needs it. This spiritual community needs it. Whether it's in the form of a book, a theory, an invention, a program, love, affection. Whether it's the love you give to a foster kid that need that love, or the love you get to, like I say, some random older person who can use your care, who can use a program to where every week you go to the nursing home to, I don't know, do their hair, feed them, do activities with them, shit that their family can't do, or they got hella family, but instead you're the one that's making their day every week. You know what I'm saying? It could be you, like I say, going to a nursing home to sing. Me and my grandparents, like when I was a kid, my grandparents Made us sing for all the, people in the old folk home. We'll get up every motherfucking Saturday night, Saturday evening before, church on Sunday. So it'd be like late Saturday evening. And we'll go to the old folk home and sing for them. Like, it'd be a whole motherfucking routine. Like, my grandma got us in the motherfucking living room of her crib. We practiced the steps and shit. Like, we Jackson 5 and shit. Just, we used to hate it as kids, because it was weird. Like, old folks' homes was weird. They smell funny and just weird old people and shit. But, man, that's just something my grandparents always had us doing. And we really made their day. You know what I'm saying? Like, they really look forward to seeing us every week. You know what I'm saying? And could be little shit like that. It was my grandfather's idea, to do that. So that's what we did. Whatever you're doing, because you're divine. Divines do more than karmics. Karmics do what they can. Karmics just take care of their family, make sure their family okay, make sure their friends okay and shit. They don't really help other people outside their support system of people. Divines, we just do more. Whether you helping seniors or children, or like I said, homeless, rollies, whatever it is, I'm telling you, it could be an invention. Through this invention, you're bringing power to people's homes who really wouldn't have power if it wasn't for this invention. Or you're curing a lot of diseases who probably wouldn't be cured if you know what I mean? If you didn't come up with it. So, Seven of Cups, that's the Pimp Cup Chronicles. Like, there's something in you that needs to come out. And clarifying the Seven of Cups, we got the Six of Cups. That's the sauce card. Sauce. That's your steez, that's your essence, that's what makes you you. This is fairly important. Everybody's saucy. Everybody's loved by God. Everybody's a child of God. Everybody was born in the same situation. Like, whether you was born royal family or you was born, you know what I'm saying, in a bathroom somewhere and dumped in the streets some goddamn where, you know what I'm saying? We all are human beings. So we all are born the same physical way. We're all given the same spiritual love and dominion by God. So we're all the same in a way. So that's what makes the divine and the karmic the same, is the fact that we were brought up the same. We were all given the same love. We were all given the same chance and shot at life. But you got to be all that in a bag of chips. Seven of Cups. Six of Cups is being all that. Seven of Cups is being all that in a bag of chips. Best example I'm going to use, and I'm going to move on. The movie Good Burger. Look at Ed. Ed wasn't that bright. Ed's whole life was really working at Good Burger. But it wasn't until, Dexter, played by Keenan, you know what I'm saying, seen the potential that Ed had. And it ain't like Dexter really fucked with Ed. Dexter didn't like Ed, you know what I mean? Dexter really hated Ed for the fact that Dexter had his situation, which was Ed's fault that he was in the situation. So, but in the process of like this whole scenario, Dexter was like, damn, this is some fire ass sauce you got. Hey, let's put it on all our Good Burgers and see if we can save Good Burger from Mondo Burger. The plan worked. Now, when Dexter had this bogus ass contract to basically get Ed's sauce, like I say, Ed was a nobody. But because of the sauce, it made Dexter more into Ed, even if it was business and not friendship, right? Then you had the motherfucker from Mondo Burger trying to get Ed's attention to get Ed to work for Mondo Burger, making more money than Good Burger, which is even a blessed in another situation. Then aside from that, you had like Roxanne, you know what I'm saying? And try to holler at Ed, basically try to figure out his sauce. Like, it was Ed's sauce that made him different from everybody else. But it was Ed's sauce. Like I say, if he didn't have that sauce, he'll be just like everybody else. Or rolled off like everybody else. Or unimportant like everybody else. Your sauce is what makes you the individual that you are. And everybody got sauce. Everybody got steez. You got to bring it out of you. That's why everybody got to bring that sauce out of them. Because like I say, if you're a motherfucker that ain't saucy or brought the sauce out of you, then there's going to be people trying to take your sauce. They got sauce too. They can do what you do, but they don't do what you do. That's what makes you more of an asset than just a regular person. Dexter didn't have no sauce. Ed did. Dexter's way smarter than Ed, but seems like Ed, seems like Ed was the blessed one. Seems like Ed was the one. So, saying all that shit to say this, you got to differentiate yourself from everybody else. We're all the same, you know what I mean? But we got to be different. And overall energy was fairly important, feminine. You're just going to have to be different. You're going to have to stand out. Like I say, this online community is oversaturated. Everybody's on fucking YouTube. Everybody's online. Everybody's promoting a business. Everybody's selling shit. Everybody is doing the same shit everybody else is doing. Six of Cups. You're just gonna have to, you know what I'm saying, come out with something so original that it can't be duplicated, it can't be jocked, or it can't be used in the manner the way you're using it. So, bottom line energy, we got the Queen of Wands. That's you, Divine Feminine. What's the Queen of Wands? That's the Divine Feminine. What's a Divine Feminine? It's basically this wand to be like fire. It's basically how like Leo women move, or feminines, or Aries or Sagittarius feminines or women move. Just fiery. What is fire? Like fire creates. Fire can burn a little bit. Like I'm a Leo, you could tell. You know what I'm saying? So like I could be too much for people. And that's how feminists can be, just too much. You blazing. You know what I mean? So anybody that tries to hold you down or try to, you know, touch you or, you know what I mean, hold you back, they're gonna get burned. Motherfuckers don't know how hot you really is until they touch you. Motherfuckers don't really know the effect you really got until you're forced to blaze up. What's blazing up anyway? That's turning the fuck up. Just imagine you walking in darkness trying to get to the bathroom, and it's like somebody cut on a light in the mid, like you sleep. You've been sleep. You know how it is when you try to walk in the dark to go to the bathroom, and even when you do turn a light on, you still got your eyes closed, and it's like you can feel the light on your eyes without having your eyes open, because you know how sensitive your eyes are when, like I say, you're waking the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like a Divine Feminine being in front of a karmic or being around karmics and shit, it's just like having a bright light on to a person that's light sensitive. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna close their eyes. They can't see you. They can hear you and shit, but it's just a hard time. It's just a little rough adjustment. You know what I mean? So fire can burn. Queen of Wands, that's you having your cape on. Usually when divines got their cape on, usually when divines do good jobs, they have a tendency to, like I say, burn other people. And that's something, clarifying this Queen of Wands, we got the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles is being in attendance to something. It's a big ass pinnacle. You know, what's a pinnacle? It's a person, place, or a thing. Something you can taste, touch, see, feel, or hear. Whatever this pinnacle is very valuable. You, Divine Feminine, are very valuable to the world. Very valuable to your family. Very valuable to your community. Divine Feminine, you have something. You know, whatever this is huge. Whatever this is like big. You know what I mean? It ain't small. This Ace of Pentacles is, like I say, a gift. Life is a gift. That's why it's called the present. So it's basically being in the present. You know, like this present moment, you being alive at this present moment is important, is a blessing. You know, you are like a building block within many building blocks of a system that is the divine community. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying all this shit to say this. You know, bottom line energy, which is very important, is like the energy that most divines have over people. Like I say, we have a way of influencing people. So people will get the jock in your sauce. Like I say, the way you doing shit is just different. So different that it's original. It ain't caught on to other people yet. So people who, like I say, don't do work or, you know, ain't got no originality of their own, like they gank your sauce. They steal your shit, you know, and try to come up off your shit. Like I said, you've been having an idea you've been kicking around for years. This whole time, ain't nobody had this idea. You ain't seen this idea nowhere. And it's like, soon you get to pushing this idea, trying to bring this shit into manifestation, other people are doing the same shit you doing, which got you kind of perplexed, because it's like, goddamn, before I did it, wasn't nobody doing shit. Now everybody doing it because I'm doing it. That's how divine's influence. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm Spartacus. The whole fucking world saying they Spartacus, to where you don't even know who the real Spartacus is. And the real Spartacus story is overshadowed by these people who are trying to live the life of the actual Spartacus. You know what I'm saying? It's like 50 Cent the rapper. He got his name from a real thug, to where 50 Cent the rapper overshadows 50 Cent the thug. You know what I'm saying? Rick Ross. You know what I mean? The rapper Rick Ross name ain't really overshadowing the real Freeway Ricky Ross, but more motherfuckers than heard of Rick Ross than they heard of the actual Rick Ross. You know what I'm saying? Like, so this made up character is kind of gone larger than life than the original character. You know what I'm saying? Happens all the time. You know, it's good, bad, and ugly being a divine. It's good, bad, and ugly to doing good. You can do good for all kind of people, and people treat you like shit. Because like I said, you're the trailblazer. You're the illuminator. So last example I'm going to use, like I said, it's like Cool Herc. Don't nobody know who the fuck Cool Herc is. Cool Herc In reality, he had the first hip hop party. Cool Herc, in reality, kind of started hip hop. Started at that nigga's set that he did back in the 70s, a long ass time ago. Or maybe it was the 60s. Maybe it was that fucking long. Who knows? It was a while ago. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop started a while ago by a man named Cool Herc. Motherfuckers don't even know who fucking Cool Herc is. They know who 6ix9ine is. You know what I'm saying? They know who Jay-Z is. Jay-Z? Niggas don't know shit about Cool Herc. It's like Grandmaster Caz. Dopest MC of his time. Yet his rhymes got bit and rappers delight. These motherfuckers went platinum off his shit. These motherfuckers went on worldwide tours off this shit. These motherfuckers made a lot of money off Caz rhymes, but don't nobody know who the fuck Caz from Cold Crush is. From the Cold Crush Brothers. But everybody knows hip hop, hip 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 hop. This is the life of Divine. You know, you a light. So the more light you burn or shine on, the more people are going to get illuminated by it. Some people give respect to what respect is due. Some people don't. Coming to this thing, directly feminine, you got the King of Pentacles. This is the ownership card, like being an owner or owning up to your business or owning up to a situation that happened to you, or just owning up to the fact that, like I say, with great power comes great responsibility. Or owning up to the fact that the more money you have, the more problems you have. You know, King of Pentacles is a master manifester. It's a person that knows how to manifest whatever the fuck they want. It's a person that knows how to create whatever the fuck they want. You an inventor. Somebody steals your invention. It's cool. You an inventor. You can just invent some more shit. You an author. You write a book that gets stolen, or somebody jocks the whole shtick. No, it don't matter. You're a motherfucking creator. If you can create that, you can create something else. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever you do, you can do it again and again and again. That's what kind of makes you the king here. But King of Pentacles can also be a karmic masculine, or just a K for karmic in general. Queen of Pentacles would be like a karmic feminine and shit. But, you know, King of Pentacles can be a Queen of Pentacles too, depending on the feminine. Depending on the feminine. So, King of Pentacles is, like I say, just a master manifester. Be like a witch, alchemist, you know, magician, just a motherfucker that know how to do shit, you know, better than the average individual. More smoke on this King of Pentacles and why it's even out. You got the Nine of Swords. That's stress. You know, that's mental strain. Nine of Swords is just having too many damn thoughts. Losing sleep, losing teeth, losing hair, losing weight the wrong way. Due to ownership. Or just having too many thoughts, over-boggling your mind, stressing, basically. This is the stress card. You know, stressing over a particular King of Pentacles. So, coming to the situation, feminine, you two in your head, either about something that you manifested in a way that it's getting treated. You know, because you gave it out to the world. That's what you do, you know. And it's like you're giving something to the world and you just mad at how it's being treated. You know, it's like you give somebody a car and 6 weeks later they wreck it because they ain't got no appreciation for the shit. You give somebody a gift and they ain't said thank you for it or nothing. And it's kind of got you in your head like, damn, should I even gave them the gift in the first place? You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's a particular karmic masculine that's in your life that you just being stressed out about. What's stress? That's something you put on you, like ketchup you put on your fries, like cheese you put on your motherfucking chips or something, or dip or something. You know what I mean? Like, it's added on. You can have a hot dog without ketchup. You can eat your rice without sugar. For those that put sugar in their rice and shit. Like, you can eat things without things, but, you know, if it's your liking to put things on things, then, you know, you put it on yourself. You don't have to, but that's something you choose to do. So stress. You choose to stress. So if you're stressing over a person that you feel got more pentacles than you, like they're a King of Pentacles and you ain't, when you're the same, like I say, you just stressing over nothing. I told you, we're all individuals. We all come up with something different. A person can be the king of what they do, but essentially you're the king of what you do too, because what they do, you ain't doing. Or what you doing, obviously, is not what they're doing. Like, everybody got their own shit. So you shouldn't trip on somebody else's abilities or capabilities because you got your own abilities and shit. Like, it's people with fucking doctor degrees and shit and a whole bunch of shit. Like, way more high up in the realm of what you think is more professional or more proper than what the fuck I'm bringing to the table. But like I say, give them my sauce. My shit's so original. I'm coming at it a whole different way. Like I say, I can go head to head with a number one master theologist or a scholar or a magician or a motherfucking person of power too. Like I'm not as extinguished or seasoned as the rest of these professional people in the field that I'm in. However, what I'm bringing to the table is unlike what everybody else is bringing. Thus, I stand alone. Thus, I can compete. It's like a motherfucker that might be smarter and faster than you, but you're stronger. They might be quick, but you got endurance. It's always something that counters something else, and that's the part of mastery, the King of Pentacles. You know what I'm saying? And if you know really how to master a master, then you have nothing to worry about. It's all about mastery. You can be a small person fighting a big person. You got speed. You got agility. You lower to the ground to where you can make kind of more moves and shit. You can attach yourself to this person like with a headlock. It's hard for them to get you off them. Like you got more going than the fact that you ain't got height or power. This big person, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. You can find weak points in them. David and Goliath. David wins battles against Goliath all day. So the karma to that, we got the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is homeostasis. You know what I mean? It's a D. It ain't passing the Seven of Pentacles, which is 70% a C. It ain't failure, which is 50% F. It's a D. It's a fair position. It's like main reason why you feel other people are more mastered than you, or more capable than you, or more successful than you, or more whatever. It's going off the pentacles you're looking at. You're looking at a person who got a King of Pentacles while you sitting here with a Six of Pentacles thinking that they reign supreme over you because of Pentacles. Fuck no. It ain't just about Pentacles. Pentacles is 25% of the part. Swords is how you think. It's your mental capacity, your mental power. You got cups. It's feelings and emotions, intuition. Intuition is a power in itself. And then you got wands. How you do things. The things you're doing. Done. You know what I mean? Actions and behavior. That plays a key part in shit too. It ain't just Pentacles. Like I said, if you know how many kingdoms got taken over by small groups of people? You know how many, like I said, regimes got overthrown by the less fortunate, the less capable, you know what I mean? Like, it don't matter. It don't matter about numbers. It don't matter about location. It don't matter about, like I say, strength, all that shit. It's always something to counter something. If you really want to master anything, it's knowing how to counteract something or be counterproductive with something. You know what I'm saying? So your position looks like a 6. Comparing yourself to a person that a King of Pentacles or some shit. But like I say, don't compare. Never compare yourself to a person. Because like I say, maybe you greater than this person. It's just in your head, you feel you ain't got enough pentacles or enough to show to kind of test for what this person got because they got to show a lot. Like I say, a person can have 100 pennies and another person can have 4 quarters. I'll take 4 quarters over 100 pennies any day. You know what I'm saying? To a kid, 100 single dollar bills looks more fascinating or makes more sense to have than just $100 bill. But if you got $100 bills and $100 bill, like you can just fold that one bill up, store that one bill, save that one bill. You ain't gonna, it might be harder to lose $100 having it in a single bill. At least if you had 100 single bills, if you lost like $20 that blew in the wind, you still got $80 as of worse, so you losing the whole 100. But like I say, what grown ass person walking around with 100 singles in their pocket? Kid would do some shit like that. A novice would do some shit like that. You're a master. And that's the difference. You know what I'm saying? It's how you present yourself. Wands. It's how you feel about what you have. A person can be rich as shit. You can have nothing, but you could be way more happy than this person who has everything because your cups is right. Swords. You can have a shitload of pentacles, but the decisions you make with your pentacles, a person can have, like I say, millions of dollars and have that shit sit in the vault like Scrooge McDuck and not do shit with it. Just have it sitting there for their family. Like I say, just wasted talents. Then you got a person, like I say, who ain't rich, but kind of making other people around them rich and, you know what I mean, bringing wealth to everybody else. not excluding themselves because you might not have pentacles, but you rich in love, you rich in awareness, you rich in goodness, you rich in ways that ain't physically rich. And that's what it's all about, feminine. Like I say, you're really looking at the flip side of what you have. It's the glass half full theory. You know what I mean? Moving on, feminine. You in regards to yourself, we got the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is fear. Fear is swords. It's mental. The opposite of love ain't hate. The opposite of love is fear. You fear what you don't know. You fear what you don't understand. You fear what you can't comprehend. And it ain't just you. People fear what they don't know. They might not know you. People fear what they can't understand. They might not understand you. People fear what they can't comprehend. They might not comprehend you. They might not get you. But like I say, their minds ain't ready to receive you right now. You know, fear. It's making decisions without crossing your T's and dotting your I's. From being mentally discombobulated from the card before the Knight of Swords, which will be the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords is death or a permanent ending. Death is prevalent. A lot of deaths happen this week, last week, week after that. Every day, death happens. You don't wish for it. You definitely plan and prepare for it, but it's not something we expect. But the longer you live, the more funerals you're going to attend. Death just happens, you know what I'm saying? So, like I say, life insurance, make sure you have that. So you ain't doing GoFundMe's to bury people. Make sure things are in place before the inevitable happens, whether that's your death or the death of someone close to you or the death of your parents or some shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Death ain't just the physical act of that person dying. Like I say, somebody got to bury this person that died. Somebody have to, you know, take care of the business postpartum. So a smart person plans. A smart person is prepared. You know, one thing you don't need to worry about is how you're going to pay for your own funeral. That's why it's best to have life insurance. One thing you don't want to worry about is, like I said, having too much gray hair or living in an area to where, like I say, your life is being endangered and shit. Like, eventually you're going to have to plan long term or have long term plans for not just yourself, but people in your family. Facing your worst fear. We're all going to die. Don't nobody want to die, but you prepare for it. Failure. We all don't want to fail, but failure happens. So we're going to have to plan for the shit. Not expect failure, expect death and shit. It's just plan for it. Plan for the worst. Because your worst fear can come true. And it's best to be prepared for your worst fear than, like I say, suffer, you know, your worst fear when it's time to suffer, you know, when it's time to suffer with it. So it's all mental. Prepare. That's all you're learning in regards to yourself, feminine. Preparation. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. That's real. It's too much shit you're going to have to prepare yourself for. Like I say, you might not be ready, but if you prepare, if it happens, you at least know how to deal with it. Karma to that, feminine, you in regards to yourself and this whole fear situation you got going on and that you're understanding. You got the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is a bridge. It's you, somebody else doing some shit. Whatever you and somebody else is doing, y'all doing it for a reason. Everybody has a motive. Everybody has a reason for being in your face and in your space. It's really your job to understand why. If you knew why a person was in front of your face and in front of your space, it'll, like I say, resolve a lot of bullshit. You know? Everybody got a motive. Ain't nobody just gonna pop up at your doorstep for no reason. Even if it's a random person that pops up at your doorstep. Nigga, they need to borrow some sugar, they need to use the phone. A car crash happened, they gotta use the phone, like something bringing the person to your door. Don't nobody just randomly knock on your shit, hitting you with like, I don't know who I am, where I came from. I just seen this house. I don't know why I'm here, but I'm just here. Like, nah. Ain't nobody falling from the sky. Like, it's trouble. It's too much trouble out here that can happen. Like I said, it's like a random knock on your door. That'll be scary. Knight of Swords. Three of Pentacles. Knock, knock, knock. Like, what the fuck? It's 2 in the morning. Like, I don't know. I get to knock that late. Nah, I ain't even gonna go to the door. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I mean, if anything, I'll be looking from the blind, seeing who the fuck it is. You feel me? Because this ain't ordinary, bruh. Like, unordinary shit. You need to have a microscope on that shit. You really need to have that in your scopes because, like I say, 70% of the world is karmic. So 7 times out of 10, it's gonna be just some regular shit. So you hear a knock at your door. Obviously, it's either somebody that usually comes to your house, person in need of an emergency or some shit. Or, like I say, a third party. Maybe you finna get served some subpoena, court papers or some shit like that. You know what I mean? You know, it's only limited reasons why somebody is trying to build with you. Okay? So, to, like I say, save all the bullshit, whoever in your face gotta have something to bring to the table. And whoever you come in the face of somebody, you better have something to bring to the table. Better be a pinnacle, a person, place, or a thing. I wouldn't show up at nobody's doorstep or show up at nobody's house for no reason. If I show up at your house, I'm trying to build with you. You know, I need something from you, but I know you need something from me in order for me to get something from you, because it's got to be a fair exchange. Unless it's like, hey, I need money, pinnacle, and once, you know, I get this and do what I need to do, I'll pay you this pinnacle back. That's bringing something to the table too. Like, everything is mutual, or should be. You know what I mean? So people who come to the table with nothing, or people who have nothing and promise everything, you know what I mean? Then the people you need to scope out. You need to be able to see a karmic from a mile away. You need to be able to see the divine from a mile away, and everything else in between, feminine, for your safety. Can't. If you build with somebody, you're letting them in your cipher. Stranger just at the door. They talking about they need to use the phone and shit. Like, nigga, it's 2021. The average person got a cell phone. It ain't like you coming in to use my house phone. You know what I'm saying? You're coming in to use my cell phone. Or you ain't coming in for shit. You can stand outside and here, take my phone and you can use it. You know what I mean? Like I say, it's the reasons why I try to get in your crib. It's the reason, you know, and it's your sanctuary. Your 4 wands is your sanctuary. That is your home. So whatever come in there that's unannounced, that ain't good for you, you've given them the green light to come in. So let me get off that. Karma, be careful who you allow in your space and in your face. Be careful who you allow on your doorstep. Be careful who you allow around you. You permit what you promote, and you promote what you permit. Okay? Masculine role, feminine. In regards to the masculine, we got the Knight of Wands. That's you moving fast and fiercely towards your divine direction or movement. Maybe something was stagnant between you and the masculine. Things are moving now. You know? Maybe the masculine wasn't heading toward you. Now they coming to you with both hands tied behind their back, baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, now they coming to you full speed. It's like you were stagnant. Now you moving on gracefully. Now, Knight of Wands is also good, bad, and ugly. So, like I say, you moving in the direction that you're supposed to be, whether it's a place you want to be, whether it's a place you don't want to be, or whether it's just a place in between that. Movement. As long as movement is happening, things can move forward. If ain't no movement happening, then there ain't shit moving forward. So putting smoke on this direct movement, this conscious movement, you got the Two of Cups. Two of Cups is the Lover's card. This is two people feeling the same vibe. Two people building with each other. Two people intertwining with each other. This is what friendships are made of. Two of Cups. That's what relationships are made of. Two of Cups. That's what family is made out of. Two of Cups. This is you and your lover. You and your daughter or son. You and your mother or father. You know, you and your best friend. It's the reason why this best friend of yours is your best friend. It's the reason why, you know, your mother is your mother. And not nobody else's. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, and it ain't even got to be blood. Your mother can be someone who ain't even blood related to you. But that's just the bond that y'all got. So it's a particular bond, feminine, in your life that's finna start accelerating. So once again, say you in a karmic situation, it's finna start moving briskly. Your karma gonna want to marry you. Your karma gonna want to snatch you up. You know, you're a good fucking catch. You're a divine. You know what I'm saying? So like I say, if your masculine ain't taking the initiative right now, maybe your karmic is. I mean, like I say, it's movement. Whether it's from a person you want to move with or a person you don't want to move with, somebody gonna move. It's a job. Like I say, you get a job, didn't think you was gonna be there that long. They want to move you in, bring you extra money, relocate you and shit like that, and it's moving too fast for you. You just like, hold the fuck on. Like, man, I want to weigh my options. Like, nah, some shit is gelling. You know what I'm saying? And it's you and something else. It's going to come together quick. And once again, goes back to like karma and shit. Like, anybody that's trying to make shit happen too fast, that's a sign. It's like you just met a person and they just want to move in with you. They just want you to move in with them. Like non-twins. If it's your twin flame, that's different. It's totally different. Your twin wanting to do that, or you want to do that with your twin. You know it's too early to be whatever, but shit. you tempted to do it. You know, your twin knows it's too early, but like I say, they taking a leap of faith with you. Like that's different when it comes to your twins. Twins, that's why your divine masculine is the one. Because like I say, he could do shit that the average person can't. But an average person trying to marry you quick as shit, or trying to be with you too soon, or just, you know what I mean, moving too fast at you, that might be a sign in itself. You know, I call it a barrage, Knight of Wands. You know, best way to beat a person ass is to hit them with flurries and catch their ass off guard. Best way to effectively beat somebody up is to hit them when they ain't looking. You know, by them not seeing it and then them getting hit, you know, they're going to fly back. It might not even be a strong punch, but it just caught them off guard to where they end up flying all the way to the other end of the direction like flurries. You just run up on the motherfucker to where they don't know where the fuck the punch is coming from. And it's like they in the daze. By the time they figure out who hitting them, it's like they can get focused on it. Or like, you know, in rush hour, you know what I'm saying? Which one of y'all kicked me? Like the kick was so quick, it came just so fast that he didn't know who the fuck kicked him. He was stunned. Like, yo, which one of y'all motherfuckers kicked me? It was so fast, I didn't see where it came from. You know what I mean? Like, it's fast movement. You know what I mean? It's fast movement. Being startled, or you startled another person. You know, anybody that's coming at you full speed ahead, like I said, that's obviously they got a motive to do that. Best thing you can do with a person that's heading straight at you is move out their way or trip their ass. You know what I'm saying? Or like do a quick move to counteract their quick move. You know what I'm saying? A person that's trying to flurry you or hit you with parries and shit, you know, you're gonna have to move just as quick as them. So, you know, gotta pick another card. Two of Wands. Two of Wands is the divine masculine's role, which is support or being a staple in somebody's life. So like I say, if a particular masculine is moving quick as shit with you, you know what I mean, in the love department, it's only because, like I say, they want to be a staple for you. They want to hold you down. They want to be yours, you know? They don't, you know, it's like the reason why a guy will marry the love of his life. It's like, hey, I want you. Like, I want you. I want you to marry me. Like, I want you to be my wife. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to be nobody else's wife. I want you to be my wife. Like, you know what I mean? Like, mine. Like, so whatever I gotta do to lock you down, that's what the fuck I'm gonna do. Like, I gotta lock you down. Before somebody else do, I gotta marry you. For somebody else do, like, I need you. Before somebody else, you so good, somebody gonna get you. You know what I'm saying? But you what I want, so I need you. And it's like, you know, not ownership, but it's kind of like putting that work in and really lock it down. You know, it takes hard work to lock something down. Like anything you're doing that involves focus, planning, movement, that's something you're working on. You know what I mean? You only work on shit that you want. Shit that you don't want or shit you just entertain mildly that, you know, you just take it however it's coming. But something you really truly want, something that you focused on, that's something you're going to put some work in. You're going to put work into your relationship. You're going to put work into yourself to make yourself better. You're going to put work into your craft. You know what I mean? Work. Particular masculine needs something to work with you that could be good, bad, or ugly. So the karma to that, we got the Nine of Cups. That's dreams come true, wishes granted, or a miracle. So put more smoke on that. We got the Ten of Cups. Happiness. This is your karma in regards to the masculine energy, feminine. A wish come true, a dream come true, a wish granted, or a miracle is gonna happen. You know, in your masculine department, and it's got a lot to do with happiness. So once again, you wanted to get married. That's something you've been bringing to the universe. Marriage, 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 marriage. Okay, now your karmic masculine want to marry you. You might not be married to the person you want to get married to, but this is what you wanted, and it's like it's what you getting. And you're going to have to deal with that. It's just like a man getting on his knees and proposing to you. You either want him or you don't. If he ain't the one and he proposes, it sucks because you're going to have to give it to him straight. If this is the person that you wanted to marry you, then that's the whole Nine of Cups. Dream come true, wish is granted. You know what I'm saying? You wanted to be this happy from this person, particular person doing this with you. and it makes you happy. So like I say, happiness. Like even if a person proposed to you who you ain't feeling, who you know you're gonna say no to, like I said, obviously they're happy with you. Like that's the sign. Like happiness is still gonna be the sign. Whether this dream come true is for you or this is a dream come true for somebody else. Like if it ain't your wish to get married to this person, it's their wish to get married to you. If it ain't your wish to be happy with them, it's their wish to be happy with you. You know? Like the people you don't want you, the people you want don't want you, and it's like the people that you should have fucked with got away. Like, you know, you might not be with the person you kind of want to be, but best believe it's a person that want to be with you. You might not be where you want to be at in life, but best believe it's a person that'll be happy in the situation you in right now. You know, happiness go both ways. And what I mean by that is you're gonna have to look at it from the other side. You might be happy with something, but how does that make somebody else feel? If you happy, somebody else not happy. If a dream come true for you, that means a person watching the dream, one of your dreams come true, and that shit ain't happen for them. If a miracle happens on your behalf, let's say you get this dream job. If you got the dream job, then somebody else who wanted that dream job ain't get that dream job because you got it. So your happiness, on the flip side, is somebody else's unhappiness. You know what I mean? There's some hating ass karmics out here who don't want to see twins in union, reunion, and recognition. These motherfuckers are dying inside. These motherfuckers are really sick. Cause your shit working out and twerking and they shit ain't. You know what I mean? That's what a hater does. A hater has nothing. And a hater wants to hate on you until you have nothing too. Hater is lonely. So a hater gonna hate on your ass so hard till you lonely too. A hater is a failure. So them motherfuckers gonna hate so hard till you failing too. But guess what? They're a failure. You could be failing just like them, but you still ain't gonna have their state of mind. You still ain't gonna have their feelings. You still ain't gonna be doing what the fuck they're doing. Thus, the manifestations is still gonna be different. Like I said, it's like Tanya Harding and Tanya Harding and Nancy Kerrigan. Yeah, Tanya was bogus as hell. Ran by with the pole, hit Nancy Kerrigan knee, fucked her shit up. But then look how the media ran with that shit. You know what I mean? They still praise Nancy for being like, you know, see, they got her crying, holding her knee and shit. Like, even in that moment, you feel me? In that moment of hate, you know what I'm saying? That hate couldn't work. You know what I mean? Then nobody know who the fuck really Taya Hardy was maybe before that shit, and then after it's like she became infamous. It's like the person that kills the star, they become infamous, or a person that destroys something else, they become infamous. Like these haters be wanting you're famous. But in the attempt of them trying to get your fame, they become infamous. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, it's a flip side to everything. Feminine, you just learning that. Like I say, happiness is two-sided. Miracles are two-sided. Yes, you got cancer, you end up beating it, surviving. It's another person who ain't get that same, it ain't happen to them. So, like I said, that's part of being divine too. You know, maybe you figure some shit out that the average person hasn't. Maybe you can master something that the average person can't master. But like I said, even if you ain't at fault, here it's your fault. Hate comes in a lot of ways. Like I say, a person can hate on you for some good shit that happened to you and it didn't happen to them. Thus, they make you their main focus. Future final roll, wrapping this up. Feminine, going to the future, you got the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands is a temporary ending. Pumping the brakes to something while you got the time, energy, and resources to do it. This is, like I said, temporary endings are leaving something alone while you can. You know, you just got proposed to by a person you really don't want to get married to. Ten of Wands, that's declining respectfully, acknowledging that they are important in your life, but it's not that type of thing. It's letting them know that. Yeah, they're gonna be hurt. Yeah, it's gonna suck. Probably gonna fuck them all the way up. You know, maybe they're embarrassed to the T. Maybe they spent a lot of money on this ring that you just declined on, but it ain't like you said yes when you wanted to say no. It ain't like you married now when you had an opportunity to, you know what I'm saying, call it off before you even got here. We all get a chance to see something. So the 10 of Wands is ceasing something before it gets in too deep. It's like you get a lawsuit, cease and desist. Stop putting that shit out, or we gonna go to further extent on your ass. It's like you stop. Thus, you kind of saved your own ass. Other than you don't stop because you think they bluffing or whatever, and boom, you get a 10 of Swords. Like now you get your money garnished. You know what I mean? Your company gets shut down. You lose your licensing because you chose to take it to the next level. You know what I'm saying? We all get a point in anything, whether that's relationship, business, family, romantics, and some shit like that. Like we all get a chance to stop before we get it too deep with shit. Because once we go in too deep, like I say, once we go all the way, ain't no coming back. We all get a chance to make sure this is what we want to do before we go all the way through it. Everybody get a chance. Everybody that's sitting in the jail cell, they had a chance to prevent that. Like, then you got, extreme situations, and like the wrongfully accused, but we really ain't talking about them. We just talking about the average person that's in jail and shit. You could have prevented that. One night's rest could have prevented you from, like I say, leaving your house to do some shit you ain't need to do. Thus, you end up at the wrong place at the wrong time, or you end up hurting somebody because you have sleep. You know what I'm saying? It's like you drinking at a bar. You could have just took a cab. You could have prevented yourself from hopping in this car, and then a 10 of Swords happened, a death. You end up dying, or you kill somebody else because your ass didn't want to call it quits. It's like you doing too much drugs, you doing too much drinking, you doing too much something. And you doing it and doing it and doing it. You had a chance to take a break. Instead, you keep doing it, and it's like you fucked up your organs from too much drinking or too much drugs or too much sex and put you in a situation where it's a 10 of Swords as of ours and some shit you could have prevented. Like, we all get our chance. Feminine, this is directly you going to the future. You're going to have to identify your limit, identify your level, identify where you're going to draw the line at. Because you permit what you promote, you promote what you permit. If you're breaking your own rules, you crossing your own lines, all you doing is setting yourself up for, like I say, failure. It's good to set boundaries. It's good to set limits, you know? Final card in this message, karma and all that, we got the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups is young love, juvenile love, teenage love. Don't hurt me again. This is like Romeo and Juliet. Yeah, juvenile love. Because they both died when they were juveniles. And it was a tragedy. It's not like they lived to be Roman jewels, had grandchildren, and could tell their story to their kids and shit like that. Like they crashed and burned too early. It was too many 10 of Wands that could have happened that they didn't take heed to. Thus, you know what I'm saying? They were in lust, not in love. You know, it's just an analogy. Romeo and Juliet. Last shit I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna wrap it up. It's like I say all the time. Romeo and Juliet was a tragedy. That shit should have been a romance story or a romantic comedy at least. Romeo and Juliet should have been Roman Jules. They weren't on the same page. Twins are on the same page. Twins vibes a little bit different. You know, Juliet's plan was whack. And then she didn't even tell Romeo her plan. So by the time Romeo seen the aftermath of her first plan, it was a two-part plan. He only seen the first part and he checked out. Nigga killed herself thinking she was dead. She wake up, see him dead, she kill herself. She fucked up there too. That was juvenile. If she was mature, she would have lived on to tell Romeo's story instead of ending her story with his. If Romeo was smart, he wouldn't have ended his story like that. He's young. He could have fell in love again. There's plenty of fish in the sea, but he act like he wasn't aware of that. And moral of the story, they weren't mature. By them being immature, they put themselves in immature conflicts, and these immature conflicts had immature outcome. We're all adults here. Feminine, you're a motherfucking grown adult here. Make sure you making adult decisions. Don't act like a kid. Being scared to say something, or scared to tell somebody no, or scared to draw some lines, or scared to draw some boundaries, or scared to say something like, we're adults here. Make sure you do what you need to do. Okay? That's the message I got. Hope I can be a good use. It's your boy D.Boom. Please stay tuned for more messages. 1.